The Bronx Institute Summer Gear Up Program students, and they're discussing the issues of concern to them here in the Bronx. And before we took off for commercials, we left it off with the issue of the Bronx stereotypes and how that affects us when they talk negatively about the Bronx. And Siaree, you wanted to say something more before we move on to the other question.
Yes, I did. I want to add to what Tiana said, that that's the first question I get asked when I say I'm from the Bronx. Have you ever been in a shootout? And I get very...
Have you ever been in a shootout?
I get
really?
I get offended because I used to live in Pennsylvania. And in Pennsylvania, everyone talks about the Bronx and oh, this happens. And I'm like, when I came to move here 5 years ago, I noticed it's not as bad as it turned out to be. I've come to love the Bronx and everything that it has brought to me.
So when you go out now to Pennsylvania and other places, so you tell people it's really not that bad?
I tell them it's beautiful. If you find the places that you want to go to, like Pelham Bay Park, as someone mentioned. If you go to the nice places, it's a beautiful place, the Bronx. It's so diverse. That's what I admire from it. Okay, now let's move on to another issue because we already mentioned it a little bit, sexting. Why is sexting such a controversial issue right now? And a related topic, smut pages. I just learned this from you guys just a couple of weeks ago. I never knew the term. What are smut pages?
Smut pages, they're now all of a sudden, before they started coming in slower and slower. It's on Facebook mostly, and it's just the creator, it's anonymous. They just put pictures of girls, mostly girls, and it's just they're doing disgusting things, and they put it on the picture and then they tag the girl.
So these are people who use Facebook to make other people look bad.
Yeah.
And they create a fictitious page that's not really their page to do this.
And then you have millions and millions of people commenting on that one picture, and in most cases that's not even the fact, because sometimes there's a picture of a girl and she's just in a bikini, she's going to the beach, and she took a picture of her tattoo, and people are commenting on the picture, calling her awful names, and they're just making someone feel like they're just trash. And sometimes it's not even the case. She didn't mean to make it seem like she's doing that to get attention from guys or anything.
Who else wants to talk about smut pages? Please, go ahead.
This happened to one of my friends before. She was put on a smut page, but she is totally not a smut. They called her names that no one would call people such names. And she's really a nice person. And we're like, wait, why aren't boys on this? Just like what you said earlier, labels. They put girls on pages that boys aren't, they wouldn't call themselves a smut.
And what about the issue of sexting? Is that people doing it to themselves more than somebody else doing it to you? Yes, who wants to talk? Go ahead.
With sexting, a girl or a boy, they send pictures of themselves, party parts that are private, to their boyfriend or girlfriend or anybody who they're involved with.
Problem is, what happens when you break up with the boyfriend? He gets mad at you and he sends it to somebody else.
I know instances that a girl who's had her picture in many boys' phones, because when her boyfriend was mad at her, he sent it to 30 people.
Wow. Yes.
I also wanted to add about the smut pages. They're wrong. It just like they said, somebody said, it's wrong. Girls are getting labeled. It's only smut pages.
But you see, I wonder why the social media websites allow this. They should be more responsible about this, because anybody can go in with a fictitious name and create one of these.
The idea is, law-wise, if they're not causing any physical damage to you, any physical harm, the police can't do anything about it. Because I had a friend who this happened to, and I had another friend who was caught sexting, and the idea is, no matter how many people it goes out to, no matter who it goes out to, when they go to the police, the reply was always, you should have been more careful, and we can't do anything unless you get harmed. So the idea is, unless I get raped or unless I get brutally beaten or attacked by my classmates, there is nothing that the police would do for me, And about the sexting, I think that teenagers nowadays, they're trying to be too grown up about certain things, And even though there are some magazines out there like Cosmopolitan that say, oh yeah, you can send a text to your boyfriend, but that's for couples that know what they're doing, you know. Now when you're a teenager, someone's your boyfriend for 2 days and then you break up with them, you know. That's how things work, and it's not safe to be in a relationship like that.
Yes. Go ahead.
I feel like they do it on themselves because they're the one that's sending these pictures out. They know how they look in the pictures, and they know that they're sending it to people that they might not have long-term relationships with. So it's their fault that they're sending these pictures out. And if you know that you don't want to be known as a smut, then you shouldn't be sending the pictures out in the first place.
Yeah, but sometimes, as someone else already said, sometimes it might be just a picture of a tattoo. And you know, and it's not an offensive or a pornographic thing at all. But they'll take that, blow it up, and make you look like some, you know, undesirable person. Yes.
Sexting isn't just pictures. It can be information like messages, that words that you want to say to someone, but and I had a friend actually that she sent a picture to her boyfriend, and there was just a big fight that they got into, and he sent the picture all over the school. Like, I even got a picture, and I confronted him about it, and he said, oh, she hurt me, so I'm gonna hurt her. And then 2 weeks later, they got back together, and I'm just looking at her like, how can you get back together with someone that hurt you and spread so much?
Some of you are shaking your heads when she said to you, they got back together. And
That's great.
How could she do that? You know?
That's nasty.
Anybody else want to talk about smut pages or sexting? Are you done? Because to me it's fascinating. Again, I want to get back to the point about how the social networking sites allow the smut pages. Okay, yes.
What smut pages do, they make backup pages. So if the Facebook law catches them, they delete it, then they tell everybody to move on to the next page.
I see.
So they can never get tracked down.
Okay, they played in hide and seek with the people from Facebook.
They keep it going.
I see. Yes.
Yeah, just like she said, they keep it going. It's not right for them to be doing things like this to people. It's wrong. It hurts people's feelings. It's also like cyberbullying. It's connected to cyberbullying, because when you put someone on the smut page, it makes them look bad. It messes up their reputation.
Yeah.
And it's funny because on the smut pages, they have videos, and they say, oh, if I get 10 likes, I'll post another video. And if the person who liked they like the status, and then they post another video. If the person who liked the status was in the position of the girl in the video or the guy in the video, they wouldn't like the status, because they'll feel like, oh, this isn't right. I shouldn't be getting put on this. And it's like, if you feel that way, if it's you, imagine how the other person feels.
I gave you an assignment a couple of weeks ago. I asked you to go out and interview people for a story that we're all writing together for the Bronx Journal, the website, the Bronx Journal. And in that assignment, you went out and interviewed people about how they feel about immigration, about immigrants, about undocumented immigrants. You came back with a whole bunch of quotes of the people you interviewed. Tell me about that experience. Tell me about the people you met, the opinions they expressed. Did they shock you? Was it what you expected when you talked to them? Please, go ahead.
Well, I interviewed people, my family members, and the answers that I got kind of surprised me because they were so accepting of immigrants coming to America. One of my brothers said, oh, it's because it's hard for us to believe that immigrants are bad when the United States was founded up on immigrants ourselves. And I thought that was a really big statement to say.
Good point. Yeah.
It made me feel like I'm judging them when I shouldn't be, because my whole family came from immigrants.
Oh, so it was an eye-opener for you, what he told you?
Yeah.
Okay. Siaree, do you wanted to speak about this issue?
Yes, I was surprised by what people told me when I interviewed them. An immigrant. I talked to an immigrant, and she said that she was totally against it, and I was surprised because I'm like, weren't you one? Wouldn't you want the opportunity?
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't you want all the help that later on they would receive? And I was very surprised because even though coming from that,
Well, it's a lesson that I'm glad you guys learned, because that's out there a lot. It's people who, you know, they cross the border and then they want to build a big fence, and it's not fair to the people on the other side that they left behind. So, but I'm out of time, guys. I thank you very much for being part of this program with me. And what we're going to do now is we're going to turn to a video that you guys prepared during the week that you were here, and we're going to watch that. So watch this.
My name is Tiana Maclean, and I'm 15 years old. In the fall, in September, I will be a junior in Pelham Preparatory High School. I chose to come to this program, Bronx Institute Journalism at Lehman, because in the future I would like to pursue a career in communications. In this program so far, I've learned how to work a camera, make web pages, and learn how to just talk clearly in interviews, anything that has to do with journalism. I chose to attend this program because I want to get key facts on how to be a good journalist or a reporter, and I can't see myself doing anything else. I feel that it's going to help me stay out of trouble in the summer, and that's the only reason why I'm here.
Hi, my name is Siaree Alvarez. I'm 15 years old, and I attend Pelham Preparatory Academy. I'm doing this journalism program with the Bronx Institute at Lehman College because I wanted pursue journalism later on.
Hi, my name is Genesis Collado, and I'm a freshman at Intech Academy. My first day here at the journalism program was amazing. We got to use these really fancy cameras that I've never used before to take pictures of us and post it on the website we made about me.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Laurent. I am 15 years old, and I am here in this Gear Up program. I am here to learn more about journalism. I have different opportunities to see how it's like and if I enjoy it. If I do, I will take this career to higher standards.
My name is Daquan Collier. I'm 15 years old, and I go to Theater Arts Production Company School, which is TAPCO. And I signed up for the journalism program because I wanted to learn about broadcasting because I aspired to become a director. On our first day, we got to make these About Me pages, which is like a business card, like putting yourself out there. And so we got to take our professional cameras and take pictures of ourselves and get to put it on our pages. It was really fun.
My name is Nicholas Noel. I'm a student at East New York Training Tech High School in Brooklyn. I've been in the GERA program for over 3 years now. I started in the GERA program at MS 180 in 7th grade, which was in 2008. I went to Fordham University for over 3 years, and this is my 3rd year. And for the GERA program, after I finish here, I hope to become an electrical engineer for MTA New York City Transit.
Hi, my name is Jade Riley. I go to Pelham Preparatory Academy. I'm 15 years old. The first day I got to the Gear Up program, the Gear Up journalism program, I wasn't too happy to be here because my dad kind of forced me to come. But as I progressed every day, it was different. It wasn't what I expected. Journalism to me was just you sit there and you write what people tell you to write. But as I looked around, it was there was more media that I was connecting with. I like the fact that you got to videotape people and take pictures and do other things other than writing, and it started to interest me because I wasn't really wanting to be a journalist. I wanted to go the complete direct opposite way, and it's broadening my mind, and I actually want to research journalism more and see if this is what I want to do in the future. The first day we created a website, and I actually always wanted to have a website, but I didn't really know how to do it. But Miguel Perez, the professor, he told us what to do and showed us what to write and told us that it wasn't really as difficult as I thought it was, and it actually really made me want to do it even more. So yeah, that's me.
That's terrific, wonderful. I feel very, very fulfilled to have been part of this program with you. And actually, it's a learning experience for me too. I learned from my students. I feel very, very happy that you were part of this program. And I hope you come back next summer so that we can do this all over again. So it's been wonderful having you here. I hope it was worthwhile for you. And